Good morning, Micah 7 and 7. We are almost done with the 30 and 30 challenge. We are on day 21 of the challenge, and we are talking about purity for the third day. Your verse for the day is Psalms 73 and 26. My flesh and my heart failed, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. When I wanted to talk to you about purity, I decided I would look up and see exactly what purity was. According to the dictionary, purity is freedom from contamination. Pure and simple. If you continue reading, it goes on to say that you desire a clean and a whole life free from corruption and free from compromise when you are ready to live a life of purity. And how powerful is that? So how does this verse relate to us on our path to purity? Well, let's start with the beginning part. My flesh and my heart faileth. My flesh fails to keep me pure because my flesh simply desires things that would corrupt me. Like when I feel the need to lie to protect my pride. Or how about when I divulge in the sin of gluttony when I eat that whole box of cookies? My flesh would rather sleep than pray, and it would rather fill up my devotion time and studying my Bible time with mindlessly scrolling social media. My flesh is awful bossy and likes to get its own way. Yet, the way of my flesh never seems to lead me to Jesus. On the contrary, it power packs my schedule so full, I don't have time for God, His Word, or even witnessing to the person next to me. My flesh demands to have its way. It's feed me, feed me, feed me. But it's all the things of this world, the things that seek to destroy my purity and draw me away from Jesus. In this, my flesh fails. It goes on to say that my heart faileth. My heart faileth because my emotions tend to lie. How many times has my heart told me I was devastated and hurt over something someone said when they never intended it the way that I perceived it? How many times have I let that hurt fester and turn into bitterness or anger? My heart is out to deceive me. If I let my heart lead me everywhere my emotions try to steer me, I would be going back and forth, tossed to and fro, not knowing which way was up and which way was down. Because honestly, one moment I'm in love with life, and the next moment I feel that kick to the gut. And my heart in that moment tells me I'm defeated, to give up, to quit. My heart is quick to accept depression. My heart flees from the peace of God. My heart clings to the fear of this world. Could you imagine if I was run by my heart? I would not be living a life of purity. Not to mention, my heart tends to hide things in it and hold on to things that the Holy Ghost tells me I should get rid of. Unforgiveness, pride, bitterness, all those things try to take root in my heart. All the fruit of the flesh that try to corrupt me and make me anything but pure. Is there hope? Is there hope for us today? Knowing that our flesh and our heart are both working against us. That's why I love the next part of this verse. But God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. God is always with me, and He gives me the strength. He gives me the strength to walk towards purity. He gives me what I need to say no to my flesh. He gives me what I need to have a sound mind and not be swayed by my emotions. He gives me just what I need to be able to walk the path of purity without being contaminated with the things of this world, if I'll only let Him lead. Today, let's choose purity. Let's lay aside the contamination of the world. Put aside the corruption our heart would lead us in. Don't give in and compromise to our flesh. Instead, let's be strong in the Spirit of God, and walk in the path that He's called us to walk, and truly be pure.